Well, isn't this fucking lovely, isn't it? A Tuesday night, couple of beers, bit of comedy, and not a substantial meal in sight. This is fucking freedom, isn't it? Have you ever seen this thing politicians do where they try and frighten you, right? So when people are frightened, they're more likely to vote conservatively, right? So the conservative politicians, they always try and frighten you. So in the last election, they say things like, Jeremy Corbyn said he would not use the nuclear deterrent. Can you imagine living in a country without a nuclear deterrent? It is fucking frightening. I used to live in a country without a nuclear deterrent. And I'll be honest with you, I used to walk around every day fucking shitting myself. I only came here for the nuclear deterrent. Can you imagine if Britain didn't have a nuclear deterrent? The fucking Russians would be marching into Knightsbridge and they'd be like, we're here to take over this building. And everyone would be like, you already own it, you mad bastard. Do you remember you bought it with cash and you said not to ask where the cash came from? But have you ever seen this other trick politicians do, right? They pretend to be like normal people, right? So David Cameron was a master at this, right? He pretended to like football and he pretended to watch Game of Thrones. Now, Theresa May was fucking terrible at it. She was asked what was the naughtiest thing she ever did. And she said that she ran through a fucking field. That is not relatable. She should have said that one New Year's Eve, she snorted a line of ketamine, thinking it was cocaine, and she ended up in a K-hole for the countdown. And then the whole country be like, oh, would you look, she's just like the rest of us. But Boris is the best at it because Boris pretends he's just up for the crack and he couldn't give a fuck about his job. And there's nothing more relatable in the UK. But, Jesus Christ, that's fucking gas. Have you ever seen this thing, right? Do you like my accent, by the way? Yeah. I know you do, right? Because not a day goes by where someone doesn't come up to me and say, I just love the way you talk. And it's nice, but it's a little bit insensitive. Because Irish people had to learn to speak in a nice way. Because we were ruled by men who had absolute power and no accountability. So if we ever said anything a little bit annoying, they just shot us like we were a fox. And all the Irish people who couldn't learn to speak in a nice way all had to emigrate to Australia and America. And that's why they're so fucking annoying to listen to. A couple of 100 years ago, there was little girls running around Ireland going, oh my God! And everyone was like, put her on the boat. They'll fucking kill her. But have you ever seen this thing when people go dating, right? When a woman goes on a first date, her number one fear is that she will get murdered. When a man goes on a first date, his number one fear is that the woman will be overweight. Now, I've never had sex with a man, but it must be pretty fucking amazing that you're all willing to risk murder for it. But men, we are bastards, right? We beat women, we rape women, we murder them. and we underpaid him, and then we have the fucking gall to show up on a first date and be all like, oh my God, I hope this bitch isn't fat. Like, if you are a woman and you do not hate men, I cannot respect you.